Hello, friends. I am back with you. Everyone is still healthy these days and still watching my videos regularly. Ha ha ha! Recently, breaking news about Meghan's brain theft has made the online community very angry. She destroyed her own husband's family, and now everyone writes her as a fake and stupid person. Before getting into the main content of the video, please support us by liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Now let us go. First, we need to talk about the disastrous trip to Nigeria and also about stealing or plagiarism from the lemon olive cake incident and the Aquazzura shoes not being returned to stealing pictures on Instagram. Meghan Markle is always accused of stealing and plagiarism. She was once caught quoting a line from the movie The Marsh King's Daughter without crediting the source, and many other cases. From the story of a miscarriage identical to the one in Stephanie Tong's book to her speech at the 2015 UN Women Conference, Meghan seems to have borrowed words from Maya Angelou, Eleanor Roosevelt, and even E.E. Cummings. It's unbelievable that one person can take quotes from many sources without giving credit, even taking a quote from Social Dilemma during a 2000 virtual seminar. What a farce! Right. My wish is that somehow all these comments will be compiled into a book, calling Meghan historically ignorant. Then send it to her saying, "Shut up. No one wants to hear from you. Not your family, nor the royal family, not any of your friends, and certainly not the public." I feel sorry for her for not being able to be herself. But watching it over and over, she has to copy or degrade others to make herself look like what she thinks is good. And the rest of us find it pathetic. She saw directors working and thought she was a director. She saw producers working and thought she was a producer. She saw the chef's work and thought she was a chef. She has no real abilities of her own. I am going crazy with her. Does she think she's a god? What about self-admitted fraud to get a job by lying about union membership? That company should have sued her. I wonder if everyone here and other sites can file a class action lawsuit against her to silence her. Just looking at her smirking face makes me sick to my stomach. If Harry thinks she is honest enough to marry, then he really is as seasoned as everyone says. But look, Harry is also afraid of her. During the trip to Nigeria, she made mistakes many times, pushed Harry aside, or got angry because she didn't get enough attention. And Harry always seemed to soothe and calm her. I bet there are terrible tantrums that no one sees, and he is afraid of them. The stealing and plagiarism are proof that she has no substance and no innate thinking. Her only choice is to take what others have done, repeat it, and be proud of her exploits. She is a legend in her own mind. Any mother will tell you that a 3-year-old child doesn't seem so small. They talk nonstop from 6 a.m. until bedtime. Take up all your time. Touch everything. You absolutely cannot leave your sight for 5 minutes. They throw tantrums like wild animals because they have to wear anything that isn't the most appropriate for the occasion. They fall asleep and you have to carry them. And after 2 minutes, they weigh as much as a small elephant. They cover everything with food stains. They cry because they retired. Sad. They miss their grandma. They miss their dad at work. They can be allowed to do whatever they want to do. Being 3 years old is the best thing in your life. So, why is Meghan's daughter so small? I am also a woman and preparing to give birth. I find it absolutely disgusting that she used this loss to gain sympathy for herself and bolster her own image. Her suicidal ideation was equally futile. For anyone who has lost a loved one to suicide, it is disgusting and heartbreaking for the victims of this loss. I just find Meghan's mockery of grieving mothers to be the lowest. I bet she has lied about that a few times before. Well, if those kids don't even exist, she has to make up things about them. Things they do, things they say. As they grow up, it will be interesting to see how far she goes. Will they invent a cure for cancer? Negotiate permanent world peace. Make sure no one goes hungry anymore. Stop crime. Maybe she's reading all this and taking notes. I'm not sure if that S actually accurate or not. Such pathological liars race their stories to get the attention they seek and can put all criticism out of their minds. As a drug addict who doesn't remember his last rush, just looking for the next one, work purely on impulse and in the moment. When writing a speech, it's normal to quote what others have said. The standard is to say, as Nelson Mandela said, referring to his quote, "Markle has no original thoughts. I See Me in You" is the name of a children's book where children can see themselves as African Americans. I believe she plagiarized it from here before screening the movie. That's more Markle-esque style. I am not surprised that she took back a lot of borrowed quotes from people, because in reality, she revealed her fake and evil nature a long time ago. Meghan's speeches were a jumble of disconnected sentences she took famous quotes from the internet and tried to string them together into something profound. Comical. The title of the book, Freckleless Face, is the clearest word for the word steal. As a former student, my teachers always had ways to avoid plagiarism, ways to cite references, and taught me not to be lazy in citing. Think for yourself. Oh my gosh, if I plagiarized my published 7 years worth of PhD thesis research, can you imagine the disgrace? But I forgot she didn't graduate from college. Just another lie. When she was suspended for a semester due to her behavior, I want to spoil the details. We all know the story. She did not return to school. Lies. Lies. And all lies. So life for Rachel is just a stage. Can you imagine being so empty inside that you're always fighting, acting out, and stealing other people's words because, you're nothing? She is so pitiful. Don't forget the miscarriage story that suggested she and Harry were in a separate room with no personal protective equipment. Even the doctors who came in and out did not wear protective clothing. This incident occurred at the height of VID that summer. At that time, California had the strictest requirements for COVID patients. I never believed that she actually had a miscarriage. The alleged facts in her article did not match what was actually happening in the country at the time. Like everything else, they claim it is a scam. Accused, she could steal 100 of them and it wouldn't help because she wouldn't follow their suggestion. Why did she do that? She knows more than anyone on the planet. There was an incident in Nigeria when they were performing on stage and were given a lot of gifts. Then a woman asked to turn on the music and tried to invite Harry and Meghan to dance. When they refused, she got really angry and told the person operating the CD player to cut the music and asked Harry and Meghan to get off the stage and leave when they weren't moving fast enough for her liking. She started pushing them off the stage and chased them away. Meghan has appeared at several awards shows uninvited. Now there's a surprise, and she has been left out and told not to come back. Many of her actions are vile and despicable. She stinks. She has crossed the line into mean girl territory and is a genuine but truly evil con artist best. Did she kill millions and cause famine? Shallow women lie to enlarge themselves. She hurts people's feelings by disrespecting them, using them, and throwing them away. Physical harm may be suspected. Remember how she grabbed her assistant's fingertips and held them firmly against that Vanity Fair black carpet. But nothing has been proven at this point. Meghan even copied the actions of Catherine, Princess of Wales, on May 20th, 2017. At Pippa's wedding, there were stunning photos of Catherine putting a finger to her lips to signal the royal children to be quiet. June 2nd, 2022. At the Queen's Jubilee, Meghan crawled and Harry went to the window to be seen. They both made those precise gestures to silence the Queen's great-grandson. Okay, enough of her hypocrisy and stupidity. See you again in the following videos. Don't forget to support us by clicking like, commenting, and subscribing to the channel to watch the latest videos.